What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome if you're new. My name would be Evan. You can call me Ev, Captain Redbeard, Big Red Bastard, Eel Sauce, Red Rob Zombie. Shit. We go by a whole bunch of names. But anyway, welcome. What's up? We're here in the clear, in the stew. We got another, I feel like every episode, third episode of the new year, I feel like every episode been upgrading, putting little bits and pieces. This episode's edition, a fucking chair. And it's got a back. Sheesh. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, what is up, everybody? It is Friday, January 19th. Late as fuck as per usual. But you know what? We're here. We're in the clear. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Here we are, third week, third episode, cranking out the content. Yeah, I've been doing good. Another work week has gone by, but honestly, not too shabby. I got the next 3 days off this upcoming week, Wednesday through Friday. Oh, I can swivel now. Oh, this is crazy. I found this chair in what we call our Arizona room, or like a dining room. I found this shit over there the other day, buried underneath some stuff. Well, it had some, not buried, but it had some stuff sitting on it, and I was like, hey, I wonder. And then I just slapped a little pillow I had from the little stool before, and oh, this shit's so nice. I can put my feet up. I'm chilling, put my feet up. Can't stop me. But yeah, nothing much is going on my end. Like I said, just another good work week went by. Excited about this upcoming week. Today's the 19th. I got tomorrow, Saturday the 20th off. So I'm going to edit and upload this podcast episode, as well as go out and record an episode for my Cannabis Channel. So go check that out at Grassroot Rips. For all your glorious cannabis content, we're going to go smoke some darts in the park. I think that's what we're going to name it. We're just going to smoke some joints and post up, chill. Do what we normally do. Nothing too crazy. Sipping on some Smirnoff Schmass. Of course, the best flavor, peach mango. I'm telling you guys, go out to your local, I don't even know where the fuck you can get these, because I just get it from a gas station chain. But if they sell fucking tall boys of different Smirnoff Schmeiss flavors, I've even seen it sometimes, a couple times at Wally World, they had it. So maybe even a Wally World, depending on your location, cop it. This shit is so fucking good. I just love it. But cheers, everybody. Hope you all are sipping with me, ripping with me, tripping with me, fucking even dipping with me. I hope we're doing it all. But cheers. And as you can see, this is proof that we live in the Southwest here. It is the third week of January. And I'm in fucking basketball shirt and some basketball shorts. So yeah, it's what Jarvis? What is the temperature? Pull up the climate. Ooh, it's a balmy 54 degrees, but it feels like 53. So yeah, just chilling back in the stew, as you can see. And yeah, I think it's the first episode. I think I had my robe and everything on. And I think the second episode, I had just long shit on, long sleeves pants on. And now I'm in my true form, fucking shirt and fucking shorts. But yeah, what's up, everybody? Yeah, I think we already. Yeah, so I got tomorrow off. Gonna be banging that stuff out. Also tomorrow, pencil into the schedule. I might even after this tonight try and fuck around, figure it out. Not that it's necessarily hard, but I just haven't done it in a year. But keep your eyes peeled for the streams. Those should be coming soon. Definitely on Twitch, maybe on Kick. We'll see how it goes. But it'll be agent_orange 216 on Twitch and on Kick. So go check that out. We'll be streaming. Usually, it'll depend. Like tonight, I'll be playing Fort with the gamers, so may or may not stream that. We'll see. But for surely, if I can pinch it in tomorrow, squeeze it in, I'll definitely want to stream. I don't even know, probably maybe Cyberpunk or I don't know, just whatever the fuck interests me. But yeah, go check out the streams. That'll be another avenue, another thing that'll be popping off. So go check that shit out if you guys like to watch just live streams. We'll do just chatting too, just chill, shoot the shit, whatever. But yeah, go check that out. We'll start building that up, getting those popping. And then yeah, I got Wednesday through Friday off. Gonna get a new piece Friday. It's gonna be on my schmelbo right here, my left schmelbo. So that'll be spicy. I'm in the talks with Sarah right now, my artist, figuring out what the heck we're gonna put right there. And then in February, we're gonna get a piece back here. So it won't necessarily be my elbow per se, because we already have this piece going to here, but it'll be from like here up, like on the back side is what I'm thinking. So that'll be sick. And then me and Sarah have already talked about, or Sarah and I have already talked about, for the convention in March, she wants to do just a really big, well, not really big, but she wants to do a decent sized piece and color, just to show technique and range and all this cool shit. So we'll also figure that out. That's gonna be fucking sick. I'm really excited for that, honestly. She said it'd be like a 7-inch piece, which I mean, I'm not opposed to getting big ass pieces. So that's gonna be super fucking fun. And then I'll definitely be getting a piece in April for my birthday, but that'll be to to be to to be determined, because yeah, other after this guy, I have no fucking ideas. So I still want to get work, still want to get pieces. So we're just kind of freestyling. We're figuring it out. I'm not too stressed about it. Figuring out, having a great time. But yeah, fuck, we're third week of January already. This shit flies fucking by. It's crazy. I don't like it. But oh man, I haven't really been tapped into the news all that much, world, local, or otherwise. But something about, no, I'm not even gonna bring that up because YouTube shit might even. I'm not trying to get in trouble, but it was a certain demographic of people that something to do with tunnels in New York and stuff like that. That was news, I think. Should make a segment just like fucked up news. Well, not fucked up news, but me being fucked up and just butchering the news. Like this incident, blah blah blah, but just do it my style. That'd be kind of funny, I think. Because I used to do current events in middle school, and honestly, that was kind of fun for social studies class. We'd have to do like a little fucking report about whatever newspaper, and it was cool. Honestly, I know he passed away, rest in peace, but his name escapes me right now, which is horrible. What was his? Because I keep conflating his name with my literature teacher, my English teacher. Fuck. I'm an asshole for not remembering his name, but he was really cool, and he was a ginger too, and he had a fucking Prius. Mr. Marshall! Yo, rest in peace, Mr. Marshall. Beautiful, beautiful man. He was fucking awesome. He was the kind of teachers that really fucking cared about the students, and he'd be a hard ass or he'd seem like a prick, but it's because he fucking cared and he wanted you to do your best and he wanted you. Oh fuck, man. Mr. Marshall. Dude, he's such a fucking OG that during he had this presentation that he would do, right? I found out years later it was orchestrated, but obviously when you're in the class, I think it was 7th grade? No, 6th grade, I think. Yeah, 6th grade. When you're in the class, you don't know, but I had this little presentation thing that he did. I forget what it was about or what it was for, but at one point, to end off or like emphasize or whatever, kind of like a jump scare, he like slams this like stick on a table, and that's like a big gotcha thing of it. And this motherfucker went so ham one time, like he like splintered it and like cut his hand and shit. And I remember hearing about that. I was like, dude, that guy is awesome. But yeah, Mr. Marshall, he had us do current reports, I think it was called. Um, or current news reports or something like that. And it was just a file or a form and like a little thingy, and you just describe like the topic of whatever the news article was, and you like put the title and all that kind of shit. So I might do like a fucked up news review or something like that. That could be fun potentially. Who knows? But Yeah, I'm trying to think of. So far, Armageddon hasn't really happened. 45, Mr. 45, won Iowa's huge, fat, throbbing caucus so far. So that's something. But I don't really want to talk about politics because it's going to be, it's 2024. That's the bummy part about this year. It's going to be a fucking election year. And, oh, God. I mean, even in the years that aren't an election year, it's fucking just, ugh. Ugh, ugh. Just leaves a bad sour taste in my mouth. But that happened recently. Fuck. Trying to think. Yeah, thankfully so far World War III has been averted thus far. Knocking on wood. Um, so that's pretty chill. Shout out to not fucking shit up. Although I think we are fucking shit up in like Syria or something like that. Or maybe Yemen. Fuck, I don't know my geopolitics. Hey. The state that I reside in, the beautiful state of Arizona, we're not ranked very high as far as education goes. So don't expect me to know my fucking geography about the Middle East. But somewhere over in that region, I think they're popping off with some kind of crazy ass strikes or something like that. Um, I don't know. Pretty fucked up, obviously, but yeah. Maybe I will stay more tapped in. I don't know. I don't really care that much. But something that something that did get brought to my attention that I've been absolutely loving. Shout out Moist Critical Penguin Zero. He made a video recently on this YouTuber Glorb. Shout out fucking Glorb, who makes and made basically like drill, but off of SpongeBob and Bikini Bottom. And I know what you're thinking off the face of it. You're like, oh, that's either like cringe or just kind of like a meme or whatever. I don't even like that genre of music, but some of the songs actually fucking slap. And the fact that it is SpongeBob makes it even more better. More better. I don't know if that's grammatically correct. Makes it even better and more enjoy. Uh, makes just makes it more entertaining, honestly, because you have your childhood. One of the best fucking comments I read on one of the songs is like, "Damn, this shit took my childhood, turned it into childhood," all caps. And I thought that was really funny because you just take drill music about there's drugs and bitches and killing your ops, all that kind of shit, and then put that into the SpongeBob universe. Crazy. Talking about fucking smoking, Karen being a hoe. Oh, dude, it is honestly so great. Go check it out, Glorb. You need to watch Eugene, all caps. Glorb, Glorb, Eugene. It is so fucking good. Honestly, it's funny. The production value is really high level. The lyrics are clever. It's just fucking funny. It makes me smile. I even think about it right now. I'm probably gonna blast that shit after this video because it is honestly, unironically, so fucking funny and really good. And that's the crazy part is that like, why is it so good? Why is it hit? Like the production value is oddly really high for something as memey as SpongeBob or Bikini Bottom drill rap, but it is really really good and it's really funny. So shout out Glorb. That is something I've been tapped into, just blowing that shit up. Uh, but yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. I haven't. This week has been pretty uneventful. Not a lot really going on. A lot happening, which is good. I'm not trying to have anything crazy go on. Sometimes nothing is great, and that's where we've been. So yeah, like I said, streams will be popping off soon. Get back into gaming. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. That's pretty much. And then fuck it. Honestly, the next couple this week and the next couple weeks is gonna be really fucking cool. It's just bang, 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 cool shit. So I got, excuse me, I got the tattoo next Friday, a week from now, on the 26th. So then I think the week after that, yeah, that week after that, Saturday I think it is, yeah. Saturday, I'm going up to Phoenix to go see Curtis Connor, his stand up in Phoenix. I forget the other two locations, really fucking random, but it was like a 3 city It was like fucking Phoenix, Arizona, Milwaukee, and like fucking Oklahoma or some shit like that, right? And it was really weird, three just cities, but I was scrolling on YouTube on my phone and he made like a community post about it and I was like, hey, go check out, I got toured, I'm doing a little mini tour in these 3 cities, go check it out, whatever. And this was a couple weeks ago and I clicked the link and I looked and I was like, son of a bitch, that says Phoenix. Yo, let's go check it out. So me and my sister have been wanting to go see him live because apparently his shit's really good. So I've been subscribed to him for years, watching his shit for years, and me and Ken, we just love watching him. He's really fucking funny. Or I love his videos. I'm very intrigued to see his stand up. I don't know if it'll. I don't know anything about his stand up content, honestly, which is what I love about. I love going into shit blind and not having any kind of perspective because I feel like if you have any kind of tinge of something, either way, positive or negative, and then you have that going into it, I feel like that taints the actual experience that you would have had of it otherwise. So I'm not pressed that I haven't really absorbed any of his stand up, don't really know what any of his stand up's like, because that just means that will just be a clean slate to go enjoy it. So I'm excited for that. So that'll be on Saturday in February on the 3rd. And then on the 6th, a couple days later on Tuesday, I'm going to get fucking this tattoo. So I'm going to fucking comedy shows, getting tatted. Like, oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Honestly, it's going to be great. And then the 16th is going to be what I'm announcing is it'll be called Leve Day. And I'm going to make a podcast episode and a YouTube video for that on the 16th of February. So that I'm looking forward to. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to a lot of shit. I'm excited. And then that'll translate to by the time I'm getting my tattoo, a month in February, a month from then, it'll be the tattoo convention. So I'm just bang, 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 bang. Just great shit popping off. Great shit popping off. So yeah, I'm fucking excited. But yeah, I definitely want to do more shit like this, like events and just whatever. And this time I'll actually try and record some, not the actual content of like the stand up, but make a little vlog, if you will, around the show. I think that would be cool because that's what I was meaning to do last year for Gray Day, but I butchered all of that so bad, so I didn't record anything. I have a single Snapchat of when the boys came on their first song, and that's the only evidence. That's the only evidence that I have of the event. So I'm not trying to do that again this year when I'm doing shit. So I'm definitely gonna pop off on that. Speaking of which, full circle, endearing. So my iPod Touch, fourth generation iPod Touch. We're talking like 2010, 2011. Um, that's what I had from middle school up until in high school when I actually got a phone. Because I didn't get a phone until like I think freshman year or something like that, which I think is smart, depending on your lifestyle and how whatever is. For me, and the way if I had the kids or whatever, I'd probably do it similarly. But I didn't get a phone until high school, like freshman year, like I said. So middle school, I had an iPod Touch, and I had a whole bunch. It was like 1,200 and some change videos and pictures and stuff like that. And last night I went through the arduous task of figuring out how to transfer all the content from my iPod onto my computer so that I can have a backup of it, so it's not just on my iPod. Because previously, I was so my mom a couple weeks ago mentioned how she was asking for any pictures or videos that we have of one of our kitties. And so I told her, yeah, I do on my iPod Touch. I'll just find it and then I'll be able to plug it in, boom, make the magic happen, right? So then fast forward to a couple months ago, and where my iPod was previously before I flipped around my room, I had thought I'd left it there, but I guess it wasn't there. Or at least I don't remember putting it where it actually ended up being. So there was the first hurdle of freaking out of like, where the fuck is this? Like, where's the iPod? I need to find the iPod, right? So that was the first kind of hurdle. I was freaking out. I was like, where the fuck is it? Found it. Thankfully found it. I'm like, oh fuck, thank you. Thankfully found it, right? So then I found it. Then I get the charger, plug it in, plug it into the wall because it's obviously fucking dead. Plug it into the wall, plug in the charger. Powers up. Then shows me it has like a red, thin little battery, like 20%, right? And then it would die, and then it'd power back up and show the Apple logo and restart, and it was just doing that on a loop for about like an hour because hadn't used it in fucking years, like since high school probably, and I was just like, okay, plug it, leave it, just set it and forget about it. So I come back like an hour or so later, and it's still doing that. So now I'm freaking out because I'm like, fuck, I found it, but now it's not holding the charge. I'm thinking maybe the battery shot. It's fucking old, planned obsolescence. Like a million and one things are running through my mind at this point because I would thought it was like, is it not enough that I had to find it to begin with? I thought, can things not just work easy, please? Right? So now I'm freaking out. I'm like, okay, fuck. Now it's not holding the charge. What is it doing? So initially, my first thought was, okay, because I busted one of my phones a couple years ago, Samsung S7 Edge. Busted that puppy pretty bad a couple years ago. Took it to a phone repair place, and they were able to put in a new battery. And because at the time I still needed a phone, and I didn't have any money to get a new one, so we just bit the bullet and spent a couple $100 or whatever to get the battery replaced on that one. So I immediately thought with the iPod, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to reach out, find some place that if they'll be able to like swap out a battery or what have you. I'm like, oh great, who knows how much that's gonna be, and I gotta set aside time to do that, whatever. So then at that point, I'm just like, all right, well, probably have to do that. So I'm talking, fast forward a little bit of time, and I'm talking to somebody else, and they casually mentioned how their phone wasn't charging or something with that. And they immediately thought, all right, I'm going to get a new charger and a new brick just to make sure. Lo and behold, plug it in with a new brick, new cord, and the charge is just fine. I don't know why my five head big brain didn't think of that, but I was like, oh, let me try that. So I went on to Amazon, got a fucking like $6-7 iPod Touch charger, like a universal, fits all these different models, whatever. Plug that into the wall, plug it in the iPod, turns on, does its thing, shows it's red, 20%. I'm kind of waiting with bated breath, like looking at it, and it doesn't immediately like power off or shortly power off after that. So then I just set it down and just walked away. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna let it do its thing. I'm gonna fuck off. So I fucked off. Came back like an hour or two later. The screen was black. Clicked the home button on it. Immediately lights up. Shows it has like 80% battery. It's like the battery's all green. I was like, yes, yes. I almost dropped to my knee. It was crazy. I was so hyped. So thankfully, I was able to get it fucking charged. So then the following day, I had to go to work. So then the following day, when I was at work, I was like, all right, when I get home, I'm going to fucking plug in the iPod, and it'll pull up, I'm going to transfer all the shit over, and boom, we'll have it. Smooth sailing. So then I get home from work, I'm thinking it's like this phone or like that phone where you plug it in, computer pulls up, recognizes it, right? Plug in the iPod, like makes it sound like it's charging or whatever, shows that it's charging. Then I'm on my PC, and I'm like kind of waiting for a sec, because normally when you plug shit in on the PC, it'll pull up with a little notification like, oh hey, here's the device, like new device detected or whatever. What do you want to do? So I'm kind of waiting for a sec. I'm not seeing anything pop up. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go in the file manager, pull that up. I'm like scrolling. I'm like, the fuck's the iPod? Huh? Is this motherfucker? Unplug it. Plug it back in. Look. What the fuck is this thing? Some fat finger on Google. What? How come my iPod no iPod on the computer? What's happening? So, so then that brings up some Apple support, and it was basically like, oh, you got to go into iTunes, open up iTunes. Once the device is plugged in, go into iTunes, and then you'll find your device, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, okay, bet. So then I pull up iTunes, have the shit plugged in, pull up iTunes. Then I'm looking, have the things side by side, like step by step of what to do, and I'm looking. I'm like, okay, found it. Okay, what's the next thing? Click on this thing. Okay, look at the picture, look at my screen. Basically, it was there's a section about transferring stuff, and then it'll pop up in this page, and it'll show the different apps that are on your device that the computer and the device can basically transfer files with, speak the same language, if you will. And so I'm looking at the demo of what it should be like, what you should see when you're at this point, and I'm seeing like messages, photos, videos, that shit, right? And I'm looking at my screen, and it's just blank. And I look at the example screen, and it has the shit that I'm looking for. And I look back at my screen, and it's just blank. And I'm just like, what the fuck? But then at the bottom, it's showing me all the storage and of each little thing what the percentage amount of storage is, right? So it's like 32 gigabyte storage, and this much is apps, and this much is food, right? So I can see it's like there's the photos, I want those. Like, so I honestly right now I don't even fucking remember how I did it, because I was pounding this, pounding the keys, pounding this, pounding the keys, just fucking powering through trying to figure it out. But somehow or another, and it was really annoying, but I'm not complaining because it worked. Basically, I took the photos. I think it was something along the lines of I could see what was on the iPod, like the photos and videos that were on the iPod, through an app, a Microsoft app, which was just the Photos app on Microsoft. So I could see the photos and videos from my iPod there in the Microsoft Photos app itself. But then in my task manager and like in my storage elsewhere on the computer, there was it didn't show a file for anything like that. It didn't show anything. So then I basically had my file manager up, and then I had the photo app up, and thankfully I could just drag and drop. So I'm split screen. I have my file manager on the left hand side with a folder I made for all my iPod Touch stuff on my hard drive on my computer. And then on the right hand side of the screen, I have the Photos app that has all of the content that I'm looking for. And one by one, I think to be Pacific, I think it was 1,281 photos and videos and or that were on the iPod in total, right, that I had. I went through all of them and manually dragged and dropped, whether it was pictures or videos, from the Photos app onto the computer, and then I made sure I could see them on the computer without the Photos app or whatever to make sure that it was, yes, it's on the computer and I can read the files. That was fucking fun. So I manually dragged and dropped probably half of it, a good 600-700 pictures or videos or whatever. I think it was total was like maybe a dozen or so videos and like we'll call it like 600 pictures, right? It was fucking a lot. It was a lot, but I'm so glad I did it, and it was it was honestly such a stroll down memory lane. It was crazy, and it was really weird because there are highlights of my memory that I have that are as crisp and clear as the videos that I have of said memory. So a few of them, for example, is we went to the San Diego Zoo in like 2011 or 2012, and I vividly remember that. I vividly remember being in the panda exhibit and all that rigmarole stuff and all that, walking through. And then I'm rewatching these videos on my iPod that I haven't seen in over a decade, and it's exactly like how I remember it. Obviously, it was better than my memory because it was, technological, not biological. But it just struck me at how vivid, and I was like, I remember this. Yeah, I remember the fucking painting exhibit. I remember that, dude. So then I'm scrolling through all these photos and videos, and it turns out I was a little fucking vlogger back in the day. Little 2011 Evan was popping the fuck off. I have a, a video called The Last Guy, and I'm just in an airport, and it's closed. And it was probably coming back home here to our airport, because it's not big, but it's an international airport. But anyway, airport was closed, and airport was closed, so I'm just recording on my iPod Touch, and I looked so fucking 2011. Backwards, snapback, G-Shock, Jordans. I had some fucking like meme T-shirt where it was. It's hard to even explain. I don't even know if I have. Oh, I forgot to put the acoustic blanket up. I mean, we've been going. Did it get moved? No, it's still. I mean, we've been talking this whole time without it. I'm not that pressed about it. Fuck it. Yeah, so I'm just absolutely 2011 to fucking T, like Taylor Gang 2011. And I just walk out of the bathroom like, here I'm in the bathroom. My voice is completely different, obviously, because I'm a little boy. And I come out, and there's just a dude walking down from like where the planes and everything are. And just dude walking out, I'm like, and here we are, the last guy. And he just walks by. He's like, last guy, huh? like the last guy. It's honestly really fucking funny. But yeah, just some nerdy, no, not nerdy, but just some dorky ass little fucking kid just recording on his little iPod. This is pre Vine. This is pre TikTok. This is pre all that bullshit. And yeah, I had multiple videos that were like that. I don't know who the fuck I was recording for, but like another one, I did a house tour of one of my family members. Shout out cousin Bridget, love you, and shout out John, love you too. I did a tour of their house, my iPod. That was fucking random, but yeah, it was just this great trip down memory lane and seeing all these pictures and videos and like, oh yeah, I remember that night, and oh, I remember that, and like, who the fuck is that? Oh, I don't remember that. It was just a really crazy nostalgia trip that I had last night, just going through all, because I had the iPod. I mean, I still have it, but I used it for years from when I got it up until, because in high school, I won't go into the details in this episode, but in high school, my junior year, like the like this time junior year, very beginning of junior year, I got in trouble off some bullshit at school. So that, as a result, my phone got taken away for months, like months. So I remember I used my iPod Touch and my fucking PlayStation Portable, my PSP and my iPod Touch, and I'd play those. I brought those hosts to school, so I was playing SmackDown versus Raw 2009. I think, yeah, it was SmackDown versus Raw 2009, and I had 2011 as well. Those were both fucking goated. And then I also was playing like Splinter Cell, like some kind of Tom Clancy game on there as well. I had some. I still have that PSP too. Oh, dude, damn. Then now I'm remembering. I'm tapping into it. Holy shit. Best Grand Theft Auto of all time, Chinatown Wars. I don't care what anybody says. The best Grand Theft Auto. I fucking love that game. I got that game initially. The first port of that game that I got was on a Nintendo DS. Shout out David in Boy Scouts. It was, I don't even, I was way too young to have it, but I wasn't, I was double digits, but I wasn't higher double digits. We'll max out, we'll call it like 12, 11, right? Like I wasn't, you know, single digit noob, but I'm not fucking 14, 15, anything like that, right? So my mom had no fucking clue. I don't even know if I ever told her this before, but if mom sees this, shout out, mom, I love you. Um, so yeah, I made an agreement with David. He had a silver DS, a Nintendo DS, and I think that might have been one of the first handheld. No, that's cap because I had Game Boys and shit like that before. Okay, so this was I just a cool Nintendo, and it was a gray one. I think it was like, I think we agreed on like $80, and then I had a whole. He had gave me a whole bunch of games because he just gave me his DS, and a whole bunch of games, and I remember I had like quarters and shit that I was giving him. And anyway, one of the games that I had was Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars on the DS. That shit was fucking hard. Certain games, like that game, transferred so well to the DS because it would use the Nintendo DS had two different screens. So it was a clamshell device like this, but then it had a screen on the bottom and as well as a screen on the top. And then you had your buttons on the side of the bottom screen. And it was a handheld device, right? So there are certain things that you would do in the game. Like, for example, you could go to trash cans and loot trash cans, and there'd be a chance that you could get drugs, guns, money, shit like that, right? So on the bottom screen, you would, because it was top down, so basically like an eagle perspective looking above and down over the city. So you'd walk over to a trash can and then you kick it open, and then the bottom screen would go black, and then the top screen would light up and it would show a trash can. And then you take the stylus, because this motherfucker had a stylus, because we're fucking pimping, baby. So you take the stylus and you would flick up, and the trash can, I can show it right now. You'd flick up, and then the dumpster lid would fly up like this, and then you would, I forget, you would do some action, and either like if it was a dud, like cockroaches would come out and you could like splat the cockroaches coming out, and sometimes you'd find like a moldy hot dog or like whatever. It was a gamble. Sometimes it was good shit, sometimes it was bad shit, but it was little things like that that was perfect for the Nintendo DS, because a medium like that was, it would just work so well. Another great thing that worked was tattooing. You could do, as like a mini game or a side hustle, you could do tattooing, and that was sick. Used the stylus as well, and basically the person would want a design, and then I think it was like the person or the design would be at the top, and then you would trace it at the bottom with the stylus, and you would try. The better you follow the lines, the better the score and the more money you made, or whatever the fuck. And I remember if you like fucked it up really bad, you get kicked out. But yeah, it was just little things like that on the DS that were really well made for a game like that. Oh my god, dude, throwing Molotovs. You're at the use the bottom screen and you have the Molotovs equipped, and you flick, and your dude would just chuck a Molotov or like chuck a grenade. Oh my god, I'm getting so hyped talking about this shit. I'm gonna have to fucking buy a DS and buy fucking Chinatown War on that shit just so I can have it. Because I have the PSP and I have fucking Chinatown War on PSP. Oh my god, bro. I'm hyping myself up. I'm probably gonna have to go play that shit. Because ooh, such a great fucking game. And it's funny because then I also got it. I got the demo version on my iPod Touch, which is cool. It's like the first mission, the intro of the game. No. Oh, yo. Holy shit. I'm having a Jimmy Neutron brain blast right now, and things that I've never connected before are coming together right now. Holy shit. So here's the fucking timeline. I had the iPod Touch. I got that for good grades in middle school, like 2010, 2011, right? Maybe like 2012, right? I got that for good behavior. And my mom was like, here you go, here's your reward. Or not good behavior, for good grades and stuff like that. Here, Town War demo on my iPod Touch. It played the game through the first mission. So if you played the game actively and like were doing whatever narrative things, like following the storyline, you would complete the first mission and then the demo would end. Be like, thank you for playing. If you want to buy the actual one or the full game, you can whatever. So it was that. I remember it was that playing that on the iPod Touch and fucking around the city and dicking around and do whatever. And I'd beat it multiple times and I'd fuck around the city and drive around or whatever. And then my buddy David in Boy Scouts, shout out David again, Navy Davy, he was hooking it up with a fucking DS, and he had Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, and I was fucking geeked because now I could play more than just the first mission. Because at the time, keep in mind, it was like $3 to $5 for the full version, and I'm like fucking 10, bro, or 11. I don't have the digital means to do that. Even if I have $5 in my piggy bank, right? I don't have a debit card hooked up to my Apple account so I can download and pay money, right? So it was just free shit that I was getting or demos. Ain't no paying for shit, right? So the fact that on my DS I got to play the whole game and I actually got to play through it, oh, that was so fire. What a great fucking game, bro. Now I'm going on a nostalgia trip about it, making itching going to go play it. Oh, great fucking game. Play Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars if you have the ability to. Amazing game. Honestly, amazing game. The storytelling's awesome. And it's honestly, I feel like it's really slept on. I feel like not a lot of people, because it wasn't one of the big ones, the big name ones, and I feel like it was put on different devices that are more portable rather than consoles that people didn't really maybe have necessarily as much of an opportunity to play, like a San Andreas or shit like that, right? Or 4, obviously, that made really popped off. Which isn't that crazy to think about that, like, well, hell, even when I was in high school with the iPod, fucking Vice, I think they had the trilogy. It was Vice City 3 and San Andreas, all three of them like a trilogy. You could play that bitch on your fucking iPod or your phone if you had like that's bro. Those games used to be whole full games on consoles, and now you just play that shit on your fucking phone. That's like the video game equivalent of like there's a black and white picture of these two dudes loading up this big old monstrosity in the back of this pickup truck, and I think it's like 1950s or something like that. And it's a picture of it's like the first hard drive or something like that, and it's like 2 MB. This big old motherfucking thing, and it was getting sent to or shipped to like IBM or whatever. So back in the day, a whole floor of a giant corporate building would be just for a computer. And that computer, the thing I'm recording on, and this dude right here, Dookie, on that whole computer and all of those towers back in the day, right? That's what I was thinking about with that when that came out for the iPod and the phone and shit like that, where it's like, damn, bro, this used to be on a whole ass console, and now you can just play it on a mobile device. Bro, that is so weird, right? Like that is, ugh, weird to think about, in my opinion. Yeah, I love playing Chinatown War. That shit was awesome. I used to fucking be under the covers at night, just still playing that shit. I don't even know until how late. Oh god, that was such a great. What a shout out, a great ass game. I don't even know what got me on that tangent, honestly. Oh, it was the iPod Touch. Yeah, so just going through the iPod and just having mad nostalgia of all these videos and pictures and some stuff I did remember and other stuff I didn't remember. And I'm so glad that I now have it on my computer. Most importantly, what I was looking for is I got and found pictures and videos that my mom was looking for of one of our kitties when he was a fucking baby, like just a bloated little belly baby, like a couple weeks old. Oh my god. There's one video that's so fucking funny. It's um, it's him and his sibling, and they're in a cardboard box with like a little blanket. And this is like right when we found them, like pretty fresh when we found them. We're starting to take care of them, and one's gray and one's orange and white. And the gray one, out of nowhere, because I'm like, oh, and this one's Tiger. And just talking, whatever, just spouting off kid shit, talking about whatever. And then I look, or not look, but I grab over to the gray one, and then I pick him up. I'm like, this one's name is Johnny Rocket. No idea where I came up with that name, but immediately, the best part, shout out Kiana, my sister, so fucking funny. Immediately in the video, you can hear her after that. No, his name is not Johnny Rocket. Just instantly chirping. It's honestly really fucking funny. But yeah, just shit like that. I'm so happy to have that and be able to have these memories and have these in a form that's more permanent than just up here, because like I said, I remembered most of it, and it was still vivid and very much like the videos and pictures, but obviously doesn't hold a candle with the actual format, technological capture of that. Like, to even think about, first of all, pictures, that already is crazy. You're capturing, you're screenshotting a moment in time that can be a feeling, that can convey emotion, that can, like, photos are fucking powerful. Videos are powerful. I'm capturing this moment in time in a little capsule, and I'm packaging it up, and then I'm putting it on the internet and broadcasting it out on the whole world, and the whole universe and shit like that. Like, that's some pretty potent shit. And I feel like I've always been into photography. And apparently, little me was popping off vlogging back before it was even mainstream or even cool. So it's like, damn, dude, I guess everything's just coming full circle. Just doing what I should have been doing to begin with. Just out here making shit, putting shit out there. You know what I'm saying? Just getting everything popping. But yeah, I'm beyond relieved to have figured that out. I don't know if I have like the Midas touch when it comes to technology. But like I said in the last episode, figuring out this shit, everything that I've been trying to do technologically, it seems like there's so many bumps in the road to get to where I want to get to. And we've gotten over them, and it's been, I don't even know how to put it in a term. Like, it's annoying, and I wish I didn't have to go through it, but now I've gone through it and I'm more proficient with it, so it's not as much of an issue. So in that way, it's good. But like music, for example, I was looking into making, just looking into it and tutorials and shit. Excuse me. On YouTube, like last night, or no, it had to be the night before, because yeah, last night was the iPod stuff. So a couple of nights ago, and granted, again, I have no idea what I'm doing, and I am learning, so obviously it feels like this. But holy shit, it feels so overwhelming and so uh, just, it seems like a lot right now, just because I don't really know what's going on. But I'm slowly starting to pick it up. But I'm being naive and thinking, like, is it not just plug in and boop boop beep boop beep boop bop boop wah, make stuff? Like, come on, dude, you're telling me I gotta know like fucking math and fucking scales and BPM and fucking melodies and fucking all. We'll learn them. We're gonna learn them, and we're gonna master that shit and pop it out and make it happen. but just on the face of it, it just seems like a fucking lot. I'm just like, oh my god, there's so much more shit to this. Because I've, on a much, much, much more rudimentary scale, had done some shit previously in a more, not seriously necessarily, but it was a much more dumbed down version of what I'm doing now. Now, like I said, is the actual, like, it's legit music production application, FL Studio. It's a legit thing. So now I'm catching up in the big leagues, and I have a MIDI, I have a keyboard with stuff. So now I'm getting to the point where it's like, okay, this isn't just. I mean, it kind of, there's some things that lay over that are similar, but it's not as putting the bumpers up, so to speak, as far as making it easy. Like, here you go, this is how you do it. Don't fuck up. Like, there's a lot more to it now. So it just seemed like a lot the other day when I was trying to get into it, because I was not necessarily bored, but I noticed I had some free time. So I was like, all right, well, let's hop into this music and start figuring out the music shit and get that going. And yeah, it is, on the surface of it, it is quite a lot, but we're gonna learn it and take. I mean, shit, this was a lot before this was happening, but we figured out, we came through so much with that shit. Like I said last time, now I'm making thumbnails like for my cannabis video, which I'm gonna have to, ironically, I'm gonna have to rewatch the video because I already forget how I did the first time. But now I have the knowledge on how to use basically Photoshop to make my thumbnails and other shit. So now in the future, when I do have music made, I can edit and make my album covers, my single picture covers for the music I'm making. So that'll be another thing to learn and figure out. But yeah, it's been quite the adventure doing all of this, but I've been enjoying it, and I'm really excited to just get more proficient at all of it, because now I'm feeling like doing this and doing the cannabis content, as far as coming up with stuff and creating and recording and getting it out there. I feel like that I have more streamlined. I'm figuring out more, getting more comfortable with. So now it's just, I want to hop on streams and I want to hop on the music and get those popping, because then we'll have a whole bunch of shit popping off. We'll have music, streams, podcasts, WeTube, fucking probably vlogs on the WeTube. Like, I got a lot of ideas, a lot of plans, and this is the year of investing in myself and just doing it. And like I said, hella other people, I think it was in my cannabis video, hella other people are feeling the same way. Like, this is just, I don't know, maybe it's January, maybe it's just a feeling we get this time of the year, that we tell ourselves, like, you know what, this year's different, we're doing something different. But I'm on board, I'm with it. I don't have resolutions necessarily, but I'm sticking to what I said, and I'm doing what I should be doing, supposed to be doing. And here we are, week 3 out of 3 in January. Cannot believe January is already almost over. That's crazy to think that, yeah, next week when I'm getting tatted, it'll be towards the end of January. And then obviously leading into that, the week after that is the beginning of February. Because see, these dates, I don't really think about it when I'm saying it, because it's just, A, it's in the future, it hasn't happened yet. Just a figment of whatever. But B, usually these dates regard some event or something I'm doing, and that's the thing I'm thinking about, not necessarily at what point in time it is, right? So making, like, talking now about in March about the tattoo convention, like, it doesn't even seem real, but I'm gonna fucking fart and blink and then open my eyes and smell and be like, oh my god, it's already March, it's March 3rd, and that's gonna be weird, because I have recording right now be on the 19th of, like, yeah, dude, March, it's so far away, right? But it's weird. It's honestly weird. Time and time perception, weird. So weird. Ugh, so weird. Speaking of which, when I was picking these puppies up earlier tonight at the gas station, I swear to God, this dude's voice, the cashier dude, his voice was so fucking deep. He sounded like he was talking in slow motion. He wasn't talking slow, like he wasn't talking like this, but the fucking tone of his voice was like he was in slow motion. So, like, I heard a little bit of him talking the dude before, so then I come up I'm like, hey man, how you doing? He goes, hey man, what's up? How you doing? And it wasn't even on some like gravelly, smoky, like, oh, he's been smoking and that his shit's shot and that's why. Like, it was just somebody pitched his voice and just fucking just put it fucking negative. It was crazy. And so after, when he rings me up, I just make a little comment. I'm like, I'm sure you get this all the time, man, but your voice is fucking sick. And then he fucking laughs. Literally sounds like an evil villain laugh, only in the way of like when they start to build up the chuckle. He's like, thanks, bro. Like it was literally like that, bro. And it was honestly such a fucking trip. And I'm smiling and smirking now, but I wasn't in the moment too. So I'm like, dude, I need to be high right now. Like that dude's voice. It was awesome. I wanted to like, part of me wanted to like talk to him more because he seemed really chill, but there were other people behind me and I wanted to get home anyway. But yeah, that just fucking threw me off. Homie was literally sounding like he came out of slow motion, but was full just in our time. Just, hey, how you doing? Have a good day. It was crazy on it. And even me trying to imitate it isn't even as close as to actually what he sounded like, which is the crazy part because he sounded so fucking deep. So fucking deep. It's like, damn, bro. That's crazy. But I figured I've done a little bit of yapping. I want to smoke now. And you know what? You'll be proud of me. Get this. Okay. Right. So we got this bevy, right? Then we got this bevy, right? Got some agua. Then we got both the ashtray and the lighter and the joint. Psst. I'm just saying. We're on top of it. I'm on it, and it's happening. We're active, and we're smoking pack. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. I'm sorry. It's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling to be here and be doing this. But yeah, I got everything I need, so now I don't have to be a fucking asshole and just be fucking dumping on the fucking floor like it's peanuts at Texas Roadhouse. Which I don't know if the pandemic had anything to do with them not carrying peanuts anymore, but Texas Roadhouse for not doing the peanuts anymore. I understand as a person who works customer service and has done food industry and all that shit, the logistics, I would fucking kill myself to be peanut guy, to have to fucking clean up the floor or whatever they did with it. But I mean, come on, dude, it was iconic. You go in there, you got big ass fucking barrel. It was just, so American, bro. It was anti fucking anti all these people that are fucking, oh, you have tree nut allergy. Ooh, anti those tree nut bitches. Fucking throw them on the ground. Nobody gives a fuck. Like, oh, such a fucking vibe. Honestly, big old barrels walk in, fucking scoop. It probably was a pandemic now I'm thinking about it. Because the motherfuckers just gathering around a barrel and just scooping fucking peanuts into the fucking thing. And just throwing the shells on the ground. Never saw a motherfucker spit on the ground with that shit, but I wouldn't be surprised. People are wouldn't be surprised. But, oh, damn, bro. What's next? Can you get rid of that fucking cinnamon butter? Huh? Unbelievable, guy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think I just spilled. Hopefully I didn't hit the mic. I don't think I did. Yeah. Well, this shit stops working. I guess we'll know why. Oops. That might have been horrible for the audio. Sorry about that. I just had to see if it was wet or not. Well, yeah, we got a nice little. Oh, that reminds me, I got to get some papers tomorrow. Got a nice little sage up in here. You know what I'm saying? Nice little. I think it's this is the Fire Unknown, the purple schmeg, the purple schwag, the purple schmeater. I don't know about the purple schmeater. That's kind of crazy. But now we're just cleansing the area that we're about to meditate in. Oh, look at that one out itself. Oh, what a blessing. Shout out all the crystal mommies out there, making sure, shit's aligned. And I think it's going to be like a full moon next week or something like that. Shout out the full moon, all the fucking wolf people out there. You know what? This joint's for... I was about to say these joints for the furries, but I can't smoke a joint for the furries. Can't do that. I can't do that. Oh man. Oh, you know what? Something I did just remember that I thought was mad fucking funny. Honestly, one of the only good things about the recent things on Twitter is the fact that they have the community note tab thing. So like somebody can say some shit on Twitter, and then underneath it, it'll be like a little fact check thing about whatever. And did it to themselves, but the FBI. First of all, why the fuck does a governmental branch have a social media page? That's one thing. But the FB fucking I on MLK Day on Monday decided to tweet out a tweet about MLK and just like what a great man and everything he's done and blah 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 blah. And then they got absolutely fucking clapped in the community notes and just got fact checked. And like the FBI was directly responding, like they fucked with him and tried to do a smear campaign. And his people and his family believe that they're the reason he like got killed to begin with. So it was just really fucking funny to think that like, yeah, like what are you doing, FBI, making a fucking like a I don't even not even a memorial, but yeah, it was honestly funny in the morbid way of like, motherfucker, what are you acting like? He was such a great man, and everybody loves him. We love what he did. It's like you were out here making slander against him. You may or may not have him fucking killed. And then they come back, respond to that, and we're like, hey. That was basically the fault of the president. Blame J. Edgar Hoover. That guy's a son of a bitch, or whoever the fucking president was, the director. Like, bad people do bad things, but it's different now. Different times. It's different now. It's like, dude, why? You didn't have to post that. You didn't have to say that, Mr. FBI. You could have just not done that, not said shit. Then people wouldn't have seen it, and you wouldn't have gotten clapped. Sorry, Charlie. What's next? We gonna do like fucking JFK birthday post? Like, what are we doing here, pal? Is the CIA gonna do a fucking JFK birthday post? Like, what do you think this is, pal? Jeez, get a fucking grip, all right, pal. But yeah, here we are, just lighting this holy herb. Cheers, everybody. I think I roll this bitch too tight. Sometimes it's too tight, sometimes it's too loose. That's what she said. That might be what he would say, rather. I don't know if she would say that. Oh yeah, she's stuffed. Stuffed like a turkey. Man, I said last time though, flavor off the joints is so nice. Just raw, unfiltered flavor. So good. This one's kind of like a pine, almost kind of a berry. It's really fresh. Yeah, it's really fresh, honestly. Oh, I thought I ashed for a second. This thing's burning slow though, but I mean, I was packing it pretty tight. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but the cars be popping off. Oh, that reminds me. Damn, that's a fat clad. That fucking reminds me. Okay, not a car head. Don't know dick about cars other than how to drive them, and even that questionable. But I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before work. Um, long and short of it, and all the car guys and gals out there, let me know if this is a real thing. But basically, the story that I heard was that somebody in the parking lot that I heard the vehicle had a really loud car, right? And I heard that really loud fucking car. So I heard a story from the security guard, not a story, rather just a report that they went out to the parking lot, or they're in the parking lot, and there's a vehicle that at first its alarm was going off and all that kind of shit. So Liddy went over to it and noticed Then he gets over the vehicle, and he noticed that he said that the airbag on the in the steering wheel was deployed and was deflated. So he walked up to the vehicle, and after it stopped, or like the siren stopped or the horn stopped, and he said that the airbag was deployed on the steering wheel, and they're trying to figure out blah 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 blah. Let me know, car people, if that's a real thing. If somebody's, because I know that sounds can activate people's car alarms. I knew that much. I've experienced that before. But is it possible? Could someone's car be so loud, or could a sound be so loud that it not only activates your car alarm, but then fucking triggers your your airbag? Is that a real thing that can happen? Because I would be fucking, I'd cry, bro. I'd cry. Because I do know, the bare minimum I do know, if your car, if your airbag, any one of your airbags goes off in your car, totaled. Totaled. Any one of them. So, to think that somebody's douchebag, loud ass fucking car was so loud that it set off not only your car alarm, but also it set off your airbag, and that your car is then fucking totaled as a result. Imagine you go into a fucking store and then you come out and your fucking airbag's deployed, and you're, bro, I would literally fucking cry. I would cry, and then I'd be super pissed, and oh, it would, I don't even, dude. Again, let me know. I don't know if that's fucking possible. You know what? I might Google it right now and find out, because that, I'd be so fucking. I'll look it up after the joint, because I kind of have to baby this thing. But yeah, that was something exciting the other day. So sorry to that person, whoever that was, because I heard that vehicle and it was loud as fuck. Like, I was up at customer service towards the front of the store, and I heard that shit. Granted, I'm not that far from the entrance, but still loud as fuck, dude. And the fact that it might have set off somebody's airbag and totaled their car. Like, what do you even do? Like, how do you even? I don't even fucking know at that point. Come on, show 'em, bitch. There's a little bit. Yeah, I packed this bitch way too tight. But that's alright, though. We're almost done. This thing was chiefing, though. Absolutely throwing clouds. Damn. Oh, I'm an asshole. I fucking flick for it to ash. I flick it. It recoils, pings, misses the trash can, hits my leg, falls, hits the floor. Jesus. Not even he could save me right now. That's just foul. Oh, man. Come on. We're almost done here. We're almost done here, Shane. Oh, yeah. Now she's getting going. Damn. She's getting going. I got it. 2 centimeters left now. She's really chiefing. All right. We smoked that hoe down to the stinger. All right. I want to look that up now, because now I'm really curious. Now I'm thinking and talking about it. Can your airbag go off just by loud? Oops, help, I can spell loud noises. See, this is talking about the sound of the airbag when it deploys. Nothing on. Let me just look up. Can a loud. Okay, I really gotta spell. Can a loud car set off your, or rather, can a loud car trigger your airbag? No, that's not. Subwoofer vibration triggers an airbag. I know this is fascinating content. Damn, it is so smoky in here. I know this is fascinating content, but I want to find out, bro. I want to know. What the fuck? Yeah, okay, that's just a dead link. Damn, it can happen. Oh my god, it can happen. Oh, fuck. Now I'm laughing like an evil villain giant. Bro, I just read on a car forum that basically the vibrations that the certain decibel levels, the vibrations can trigger the sensor that are in the vehicle, and that sensor, when it detects what it would think of or perceive as a crash or those vibrations, it basically sends, I think, nitrogen or something like that, some kind of gas to it to expand, and then I ooh, I would cry, shit my pants, yell, punch the car, yell, cry, piss myself in that order. Oh, dude. Yeah, that asshole set his airbag off, bro. Yeah. So some poor asshole, well, not poor asshole, they're not the asshole. Some poor person came back to their vehicle with the airbag deployed because some fucking doucher and his loud ass, I don't even know what the fuck, or whatever the fuck. I don't even remember what the sound was. Oh, I'm drinking to that. Yo, this is to you, airbag guy. I am so sorry. On behalf of humanity, I'm sorry, man. That is fucked. Because in the forum, they're talking about if you are going to be with a sub and like blasting or making certain level, like going over a certain threshold of decibels which sounds kind of dangerous with car people, to uninstall this or to disable the sensor on the airbags so airbags don't deploy. And they said in caps because it can happen. Oh, I'd be blown like the breeze if that happened to me, dude. I'm just fucking, oh god, that is, oh. Yeah, no, I go on a war rampage, a war campaign. Oh, 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 damn. R.I.P. that guy. That's just uber shitty. Damn. And you know what? What is that? I'm not gonna look it up because that not good airtime. But why is an airbag deployed a total? Because that seems kind of fucked up. Like we can repair anything else to a certain extent on a vehicle, but or even yeah, you can even do salvage titles where shit's fucked up and you fix it, but it's still kind of janky. Why the fuck does an airbag deploy and just KO the vehicle? Right? You get a fucking some asshole sets off your car thing from his vehicle going by, and now your car's totaled. What the fuck, dude? Oh, damn! I would be so pressed. Oh, I'm gonna have to read now to just get my mind off thinking about that because then I would just start spiraling thinking about that guy's life and all the POVs are going on with that. That is beyond fucked. RIP to that guy or gal. Jeez. Let's get some good old circle time reading in. Okay. All right. some evidence of a new satanic age. The 7 deadly sins of the Christian church are greed, pride, envy, anger, gluttony, lust, and sloth. Satanism advocates indulging in each of these, quote, sins, as they all lead to physical, mental, or emotional gratification. That's a great other excerpt too. Yeah, that's another great excerpt. It's not about like gods or devils or deities or whatever. It's just about being a decent person. But yeah, fuck it. Be greedy, be prideful, be envious, be full of anger, be angry, be gluttonous, be lustful, be sloth. I don't know what the fucking sloth want to be. Sloth like, sloth filled, slothful. A Satanist knows there's nothing wrong with being greedy, as it only means that he wants more than he already has. Envy means to look with favor upon the possessions of others, and to be desirous of obtaining similar things for yourself. Envy and greed are the motivating forces of ambition, and without ambition, very little of any importance would be accomplished. Gluttony is simply eating more than you need to keep yourself alive. Oh, big boys, we eating out here, baby. We surviving, that's for damn sure. When you've overeaten to the point of obesity, another sin, pride, will motivate you to regain an appearance that will renew your self-respect. Oh, that is kind of bars, huh? I never really thought about that. Damn, your gluttony would then lead to a sense of pride to no longer... I never thought about that before. Huh. Anyone who buys an article of clothing for a purpose other than covering his body and protecting it from the elements is guilty of pride. I swear, this designer, it's just because it's chilly outside. I'm just protecting myself from the UVs. This Gucci belt, it's just to protect myself from the hawks. Let's see. Satanists often encounter scoffers who maintain that labels are not necessary. It must be pointed out to these destroyers of labels that one or many articles they themselves are wearing are not necessary to keep them warm. There's not a person on this earth who is completely devoid of ornamentation. Oh, that's a good word. Ornamentation. Ah, fuck. Ornamentation. Some good vocab words. My pants are riding too high. Jeez. Okay. Satanists often must be pointed out to these destroyers of labor. Oh, yep. The Satanist points out that any ornamentation of the scoffer's body that shows that he too is guilty of pride. Regardless of how verbose the cynic may be in his intellectual description of how free he is still wearing the elements of pride. Being reluctant to get up in the morning is to be guilty of sloth. Holy fuck, I'm the biggest fucking sloth possible, bro. I'm fucking... This is POV me just chilling. This is me gonna be fucking after this video just chilling. Just, huh? Yeah, I'm chilling. Getting moss on my body and shit. Chilling. Bing chilling. Okay. Yes, sloth. And if you lie in bed long enough, you may find yourself committing yet another sin. Lust. In order to ensure the propagation of humanity, nature made lust the second most powerful instinct, the first being self-preservation. Realizing this, the Christian church made fornication the original sin. In this way, they made sure no one would escape sin. Your very state of being is a result of sin. The original sin. Yeah, that's goddamn right. Yeah, I'm talking... Yeah, step aside. I'm talking to you. You premarital, out of wedlock, coitus, brought to life fetuses. Alright? You. I'm talking to you. Sinful piece of shit. Unbelievable. The strongest instinct in every living thing is self-preservation, which brings us to the last of the 7 deadly sins. Anger. We got quite a bit of that too. It is not our instinct for self-preservation that is aroused when someone harms us. When we become angry enough to protect ourselves... Okay, this is a question. I'm reading it like a statement. Okay, we got to run that back. Is it not our instinct for self-preservation that is aroused when someone harms us? When we become angry enough to protect ourselves from further attack? A Satanist practices the motto, if a man smite thee on one cheek, smash him in the other. Let's go. Let no wrong go undressed. Be as a lion in the path. Be dangerous even in defeat. Since man's natural instincts lead him to sin, all men are sinners. Bars. And all sinners go to hell, you son of a bitch. All sinners go to hell. All dogs go to heaven. All sinners go to hell. Amen on Jesus Christ. If everyone goes to hell, then you will meet all your friends there. Oh shit, that's kind of bars. Dude, wait. If we all go to hell, then we'll, oh shit. Dude, okay, yeah. If everyone goes to hell, then you'll meet all your friends there. Heaven must be populated with some some rather strange creatures. For if all they lived for was to go to a place where they can strum harps for eternity. Yeah, that would be kind of shitty, huh? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if life and existence is sin and the sinner, yeah, following this logic and this line, yeah, hell sounds fucking sick, bro. Catch me in hell with Biggie, fucking smoking, dude. I'm out there. We're out here, bro. We're going to hell and we're gonna enjoy it. Yeah, I'm not trying to play harps and shit. How do you sleep with all the white? There's white everywhere, bro. I need like a night light or something, you know? I think about hell's always warm, right? There's always fire. Dude, fuck yeah. We're going to hell, baby. Going to hell in a handbasket, baby. Cheers. Okay. Quote, times have changed. Religious leaders no longer preach that all our natural actions are sinful. We no longer think sex is dirty, or that taking pride in ourselves is shameful, or that wanting something someone else has is vicious. End quote. Of course not. Times have changed. Quote, if you want proof of this, just look at how liberal the churches have become. Why, they're practicing all the things that you preach. End quote. I don't know if about they're getting liberal right now. Maybe back then, but they ain't very liberal now. They're kind of getting, I don't know about that one. Satanists hear these and similar statements all the time. Oh, that reminds me. Other news that pertains to this bullshit. Yo, I forget where it was. Some asshole thankfully got caught, but was gonna like blow up or shoot up a satanic temple somewhere. The fuck, dude? Come on, man. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Fuck you. But what are we doing, huh? Jesus Christ, that's just unbelievable. But hey, that's I don't know why, but I remember that right now. Yeah, fuck that guy, dog. I hope you get the book thrown at you. And I'm not just saying that because he attacked a satanic church, but just in general, you're a piece of shit for doing that. But that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, man, satanic panic, everybody. I don't fucking know. Oh, fuck that guy though. Let's see. Satanists hear these and similar statements all the time, and they agree wholeheartedly. But if the world has changed so much, why continue to grasp at the threads of a dying faith? If many religions are denying their own scriptures because they are out of date and are preaching the philosophies of Satanism, why not call it by its rightful name? Satanism. Certainly, it'd be far less hypocritical. Ooh, that was a good one. In recent years, there's been an attempt to humanize the spiritual concept of Christianity. This has manifested itself in the most obvious non-spiritual means. Masses, which had been holy shit, masses which had been said in Latin are now said in native languages, which only succeeds in making the nonsense easier to understand and at the same time robs the ceremony of the esoteric nature which is consistent with the tenets of the dogma. It is much simpler to obtain an emotional reaction using words and phrases that cannot be understood than it is with statements which even the simplest mind will question when hearing them in an understandable language. If priests and ministers were to have used the devices to fill their churches 100 years ago that they use today, they would have been charged with heresy, called devils, ofttimes persecuted, but certainly excommunicated without hesitation. Yeah, seriously, the fucking mega. Oh my god, bro. Joel Osteen and whatever that creepy old dude is. Those mega church people. Like, bro, yeah. Fuck off with all that hypocrisy, bro. You're telling me you need a fucking, you need you need a private jet so you can be closer to God, to speak to God, and being on a public plane. Well, that's just a long tube for the demons. Like, yeah, no. See, that's what honestly, obviously, I don't take any of this shit seriously as far as the concepts of heaven, hell, any of that kind of shit, right? Assholes like that make me actually kind of wish just a little bit that something, there might be that kind of retribution, because just that level of hypocrisy, just it is just so gross and so heinous and so just out there. Same thing with the pedophile Catholic Church. Like, really, this is the guise of what you're doing for all that? Like, you better hope for your sake God doesn't exist, because you are fucked if he does, because there is no way in heaven or hell that you will be able to get away with doing that kind of shit. You know, you might have to subscribe to the notion of the Yazidis, where it's, yo, fuck it, YOLO, we're doing whatever we want, and then throw up a Hail Mary at the very end, we're good, dog. You might want to start subscribing to that notion. Because if you're out here fucking kids and shit and thinking that you're in the name of the Lord and you think you're going to get somewhere good, boy howdy, you got something coming. But I feel like, part of me feels like, how could these people not, like, people that have these beliefs of good and evil and all that kind of shit, but then obviously do objective and intersubjective evil and corrupt bullshit. Do they themselves, are they drinking the fucking Kool-Aid? Do they think they can? I think they're secretly atheists as well. There's no way that a dude like a deacon and a high-level priest that's fucking children under the guise and in the realm of God and anything like that, there's no way somebody like that believes in God. There's no fucking way. But there's no fucking way, because if you did, why? How? The fucking, bro, the cognitive dissonance on that would have to be insane for you to do some heinous shit like that, but still think there would be some kind of like good ending for you, if you will, to put in simpler terms, after like that. Bro, there's no fucking way. Meanwhile, you're claiming like, oh, rapists and murderers and thieves. The other two, not as bad. Rapist, obviously, same category. I mean, it is the same shit. Fuck y'all, going to hell. But they'll turn around and be like, you murderers and thieves, you're the true bane of society. You're the true cancer. It's like, damn, bro, no. If I'm in the pen, I'd much rather be with a dude that fucking killed somebody than a dude that raped somebody. 10 times out of fucking 10. I'd rather be with somebody that stole some shit than be with somebody that fucking touched a kid. 10 times out of fucking 10. Every fucking time. So, yeah, there ain't... God, that shit is just... it's honestly fucking funny. In the darkest way, it is honestly so funny being about something that is supposed to be positive and just everything, yeah, rainbows, candy, and sunshine, and then you're doing some of the most fucking vile shit under the name of and in the guise of doing that. Like, that's darkly ironic, but fuck it, we're moving on. The religionists wail, we must keep up with the times, forgetting that, due to the limiting factors and deeply ingrained laws of white light religions, they can be sufficient never be sufficient change to meet the needs of man. Past religions have always represented the spiritual nature of man, with little or no concern for his carnal or mundane needs. They have considered this life but transitory, and that the flesh merely a shell. Physical pleasure trivial, and pain a worthwhile preparation for the kingdom of God. Yeah, that's weird too, bro. Why you gotta... What's with all the pain and the fear and the loathing and the hate with something that's supposed to be fucking love and rainbows and fucking... yeah, yeah. I don't understand how well the utter hypocrisy comes forth when the, quote, righteous make a change in their religion to keep up with man's carnal nature. Or, holy shit, with man's natural change. I don't know. I'm saying shit. The only way that Christianity can ever completely serve the needs of man is to become as Satanism is now. It has become necessary for a new religion based on man's natural instincts to come forth. They have named it. It is called Satanism. It is that power condemned that has caused the religious controversy over birth control measures, a disgruntled admission that sexual activity for fun is here to stay. Yeah, the fuck is all that shit, bro? Repealing Roe v. Wade and oh god, yeah, I don't even want to get into that because that'll be political shit too. But yeah, fuck off trying to. Uh, I need a drink. Ay ay ay. Okay. Yep, yep, yep. It is the devil who caused women to show their legs to titillate men, the same kind of legs now socially acceptable to gaze upon, which were revealed by young nuns as they walk about in their shortened habits. What a delightful step in the right or left direction. Is it possible we will soon see topless nuns sensually throwing their bodies about to the Missa Solemnis rock? The fuck that is. Satan smiles and says he would like that fine. Many nuns are very pretty girls with very nice legs. That is such an old timey thing to hit on. Like, damn, Shotty, you got some legs. Ooh, let me see those calves, baby. Ooh, that is some old timey shit. But hey, shout out to Shotty with some fine ass legs. We love a fine leg Shotty. Many churches, with some of the largest congregations, have the most hand-clapping sensual music, also satanically inspired. After all, the devil has always had the best tunes. With that devil music, that jazz, ooh, boogeyman, scary. Yeah, you're right. Satan just did it better, bro. Fuck, that's why they're all pressed. Many churches with some. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, church picnics, despite all of the Aunt Martha's talks about the Lord's bountiful harvest, are nothing more than a good excuse for Sunday gluttony. And everyone knows that lots more than Bible reading goes on in the bushes. Little hanky panky. Excuse me. The fundraising adjunct to many church bazaars is commonly known as a carnival, which used to mean the celebration of the flesh. Now, a carnival is okay because the money goes to the church so that it can preach against the temptations of the devil. It will be said that these things are only pagan devices and ceremonies, that the Christians borrowed them. True, but the pagans reveled in the delights of the flesh, and were condemned by the very same people who celebrate their rituals, but call them by different names. Yeah, what the fuck is that all about? Fun fact, mind blow, the whole bullshit with Easter and eggs and rabbits and all that. You're like, what's that have to do with Jesus and all that? It fertility, just paganism, spring, shit grows, fertile, rabbits fuck a lot, and eggs and babies, and that's it. That's why. That's why you're going fucking egg hunting on fucking Easter. Not because of Jesus Christ going like this, water, or anything like that. Just, we'll continue. We'll continue. Priests and ministers are in the front lines of peace demonstrations and lying on railroad tracks in front of trains carrying war materials with as much dedication as their brothers of the cloth from the same seminaries who are blessing the bullets and bombs and fighting men as chaplains in the armed forces. Someone must be wrong someplace. Could it be that Satan is the one qualified to act as accuser? Certainly they named him that. When a puppy reaches maturity, it becomes a dog. When ice melts, it's called water. When 12 months have been used up, we get a new calendar with a proper chronological name. When magic becomes scientific, we refer to it as medicine, astronomy, etc. That is true. When one name is no longer appropriate for a given thing, it is only logical to change it to a new one which better fits the subject. Why, then, do we not follow suit in the area of religion? Why continue to call a religion the same name when the tenets of that religion no longer fit the original one? Or if the religion does preach the same things that it has always has, but its followers practice nearly none of its teachings, why do they continue to call themselves by the name given to the followers of that religion? If you do not believe in what your religion teaches, why continue to support a belief which is contradictory with your feelings? You would never vote for a person or issue you did not believe in, so why cast your ecclesiastical vote for a religion which is not consistent with your convictions? You have no right to complain about a political situation you have voted for or supported in any way, which includes sitting back and complacently agreeing with other neighbors who approve the situation, just because you are too lazy or cowardly to speak your mind. So it is when with religious balloting. So it is with religious balloting. Even if you cannot be aggressively honest about your opinions because of unfavorable consequences from employers, community members, etc., you can, at least, be honest with yourself. In the privacy of your own home and with close friends, you must support the religion which has your best interests at heart. Quote, Satanism is based on a very sound philosophy, end quote, say the emancipated. Quote, but why call it Satanism? Why not call it something like humanism, or a name that would have connotation of a witchcraft group, something a little more esoteric, something less blatant, end quote. There's more than one reason for this. Humanism is not a religion. It is simply a way of life with no ceremony or dogma. Satanism has both ceremony and dogma. Dogma, as will be explained, is necessary. Satanism differs greatly from all other so-called white light, quote, white, or white, white witchcraft or magical groups in the world today. These self-righteous and supercilious religions protest that their members use the powers of magic only for altruistic purposes. Satanists look with disdain upon white witchcraft groups because they feel that altruism is sinning on the layaway plan. Sinning on the layaway plan. I like that. It is unnatural not to have the desire to gain things for yourself. Satanism represents a form of controlled selfishness. This does not mean that you never do anything for anyone else. If you do something to make someone, it's hard to read with one eye. Sorry, give me a sec. You ever rub your eye and just get a really good rub going? It just feels like, oh, the bomb. Oh, that's what that was right there. I gotta readjust my eyeballs, my peepers here. If you do something to make someone for whom you care happy, his happiness will give you a sense of gratification. Satanism advocates practicing a modified form of the Golden Rule. There we go. Our interpretation of the rule is, do unto others as they do unto you. Because if you do unto others as you would have done them unto you, and they in turn treat you badly, it goes against human nature to continue to treat them with consideration. You should do unto others as you would have them do unto you. But if your courtesy is not returned, they should be treated with the wrath they deserve. There you go. So it's just a little end thing. It's be nice to other people, treat them how you would like to be treated. And if they're an asshole, fuck them. They get treated otherwise, or they get treated accordingly. White witchcraft groups say that if you curse a person, it will return to you threefold, come home to roost, or in some way boomerang back to the sender. This is yet another indication of the guilt-ridden philosophy which is held by these neo-pagan pseudo-Christian groups. White witches want to delve into witchcraft but cannot divorce themselves from the stigma attached to it. Therefore, they call themselves white magicians and base 75% of their philosophy on the trite and hackneyed tenets of Christianity. Anyone who pretends to be interested in magic or the occult for reasons other than gaining personal power is the worst kind of hypocrite. The Satanist respects Christianity for, at least, being consistent in its guilt-ridden philosophy, but can only feel contempt for people who attempt to appear emancipated from guilt by joining witchcraft groups and then practice the same basic philosophies as Christianity. White magic is supposedly utilized only for good or unselfish purposes, and black magic, we are told, is used only for selfish or evil reasons. Satanism draws no dividing line. Magic is magic, be it used to help or hinder. The Satanist, being the magician, should have the ability to decide what is just and then apply the powers of magic to attain his goals. During white magical ceremonies, the practitioners stand within a pentagram to protect themselves from the evil forces which they call upon for help. To the Satanist, seems a bit two-faced to call on the forces for help while at the same time protecting yourself from the very powers that you've asked for assistance. The Satanist realizes that only by putting himself in league with these forces can he fully and unhypocritically utilize the powers of darkness to his best advantage. In a satanic magical ceremony, the participants do not, emphasis on not, join hands and dance, ring around the rosy in a circle, burn candles of various colors for various wishes, call out the names of the Father, the Son, and Holy Ghost, while supposedly practicing the black arts, pick a saint for their personal guide in obtaining help for their problems, dunk themselves in smelly oils and hope the money comes in, meditate so they can arrive at a great spiritual awakening, recite long incantations with the name of Jesus thrown in for some good measure between every few words, etc., 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 ad nauseum. Because this is not the way to practice satanic magic. If you cannot divorce yourself from hypocritical self-deceit, you will never be successful as a magician, much less a Satanist. The satanic religion has not merely lifted the coin, it has flipped it completely over. Therefore, why should it support the very principles to which it completely opposed by calling itself anything other than a name which is totally in keeping with the reversed doctrines which make up the satanic philosophy? Satanism is not a white light religion. I'll repeat that. Satanism is not a white light religion. It is a religion of the flesh, the mundane, the carnal, all of which are ruled by Satan, the personification of the left-hand path. Inevitably, the question asked is, granted, you can't call it humanism because humanism is not a religion, but why even have a religion in the first place if all you do is what comes naturally anyway? Why not just do it? Modern man has come a long way. He has become disenchanted with the nonsensical dogmas of past religions. We are living in an enlightened age. Psychiatry has made great strides in enlightening man about his true personality. We're living in an era of intellectual awareness unlike any the world has ever seen. This is all very well and good, but there is one flaw in this new state of awareness. It is one thing to accept something intellectually, but to accept the same thing emotionally is an entirely different matter. The one need that psychiatry cannot fill is a man's inherent need for emotionalizing through dogma. Man needs ceremony and ritual, fantasy and enchantment. Psychiatry, despite all the good it has done, has robbed man of wonder and fantasy with religion in the past, which religion in the past has provided. Satanism, realizing the current needs of man, fills the large gray void between religion and psychiatry. The satanic philosophy combines the fundamentals of psychology and good, honest emotionalizing, or dogma. It provides man with his much needed fantasy. There's nothing wrong with dogma provided it's not based on ideas and actions which go completely against human nature. The quickest way of traveling between 2 points is a straight line. If all the guilts that have been built up can be turned into advantages, it eliminates the need for intellectual purging of the psyche in an attempt to cleanse it from the repressions. Satanism is the only religion known to man that accepts man as he is and promotes the rationale of turning a bad thing into a good thing rather than bending over backwards to eliminate the bad thing. Therefore, after intellectually evaluating your problems through common sense and drawing on what psychiatry has taught us, if you still cannot emotionally release yourself from unwarranted guilt and put your theories into action, that you should learn to make your guilt work for you. You should act upon your natural instincts, and then, if you cannot perform without feeling guilty, revel in your guilt. This may sound like a contradiction in terms, but if you think about it, guilt can often add a fillip to the senses. Okay. Adults would do well to take a lesson from children. Children often take great delight in doing something they know they're not supposed to. That is so true. Yes, times have changed, but man hasn't. The basics of Satanism have always existed. The only thing that is new is the formal organization of religion based on the universal traits of man. Yeah, okay. For centuries, magnificent structures of stone, concrete, mortar, and steel have been devoted to man's abstinence. It is high time that human beings stopped fighting themselves and devoted their time to building temples designed for man's indulgences. Even though times have changed, and always will, man remains basically the same. For 2,000 years, man has done penance for something he never should have had for something he never should have had to feel guilty about in the first place. We are tired of denying ourselves the pleasures of life which we deserve. Today, as always, man needs to enjoy himself here and now instead of waiting for his rewards in heaven. So, why not have religion based on indulgence? Certainly, it is consistent with the nature of the beast. We are no longer supplicating weaklings trembling before an unmerciful God who cares whether we live or die. We are self-respecting, prideful people. We are Satanists. Bum, ba, dum, bum, 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 bum. Yeah, you know what? All right, we'll read this little bit and then we'll get to there, and that'll be a good ending point. Hell, the devil, and how to sell your soul. Ooh, this will be a good chapter. I might need to rip a couple pages out of this book so I can make it big time and make everything all big time. You got to sell your soul to get anywhere, Shunny. Satan has certainly been the best friend the church has ever had, as he kept it in business all these years. The false doctrine of hell and the devil has followed the Protestant and Catholic churches to flourish far too long. Without a devil to point their fingers at, religionists of the right-hand path would have nothing with which to threaten their followers. Satan leads you to temptation. Quote, Satan is the prince of evil. Quote, Satan is vicious, cruel, brutal, they warn. If you give in to the temptations of the devil, you will surely suffer eternal damnation and roast in hell. The semantic meaning of Satan is the adversary or opposition of the accuser. The very word devil comes from the Indian devi, which means God. Satan represents opposition to all religions which serve to frustrate and condemn man for his natural instincts. He has been given an evil role simply because he represents the carnal, earthly, and mundane aspects of life. Satan, the chief devil of the Western world, was originally an angel whose duty it was to report human delinquencies to God. Damn, so Satan was a fucking snitch at first? Bro, I don't think I want to go to hell anymore, bro. The founders fucking snitched and shit? Oh, fuck, dude. 6ix9ine might be down there? Oh, fuck, man. Never mind. I don't want to go to hell. Yeah, it was not until the 14th century that he began to be depicted as an evil deity who is part man and part animal, with goat-like horns and hooves. Before Christianity gave him the names of Satan, Lucifer, etc., the carnal side of man's nature was governed by the god which was then called Dionysus or Pan, depicted as a satyr or faun by the Greeks. Pan was originally the good guy and symbolized fertility and fecundity. I'm sorry, motherfucker, I'm gonna have to look up fecundity. That's crazy. Was that Fremunda? That's crazy. Fecundity? What the fuck? Am I gonna get put on a list for typing this in? How do you spell that? Fecundity. Let's get the Google popping.
Fecundity.
One more time. Fecundity. The ability to produce an abundance of offspring or new growth. Fertility. The ability to produce many new ideas. Fecundity. Damn, so fecundity means you be fucking. Alright. Well, shout out fecundity. Damn, that's a fucking funny word. Whenever a nation comes under a new form of government, the heroes of the past become the villains of the present. So it is with religion. The earliest Christians believed that the pagan deities were devils, and to employ them was to use, quote, black magic. Miraculous heavenly events they turned white magic. This was the sole distinction between the two. The old gods did not die. They fell into hell and became devils. The bogey, goblin, or boogaboo used to frighten children is derived from the Slavonic bog, which means god, as does Baga in Hindu. Many pleasures revered before the advent of Christianity were condemned by the new religion. It required little changeover to transform the horns and cloven hooves of Pan into most convincing devil. Pan's attributes could be neatly changed into charged with punishment sins, and so the metamorphosis was complete. Damn, rip Pan, bro. The association of the goat with the devil is found in the Christian Bible, where the holiest day of the year, the Day of Atonement, was celebrated by casting lots for two goats, which without blemish, one to be offered to the Lord and one to Azazel. That's actually kind of fire. Sorry, goats, you're getting killed for no reason, but that's cool though. The goat carrying the sins of the people was driven into the desert and became a scapegoat. Oh shit! Oh shit! Etymology vocab lesson. So a scapegoat's literally, wow, just a goat that just takes all your shit and then hightail. Wow, that's cool. All right, that's cool. That's cool. This is the origin of the goat, which is still used in lodge ceremonies today, as it's also used in Egypt, where once a year it was sacrificed to a god. The devils of mankind are many, and their origins diversified. The performance of satanic ritual does not embrace the calling forth of demons. Let me run that back, Chief. The performance of satanic ritual does not embrace the calling forth of demons. This practice is followed only by those who are in fear of the very forces they conjure. Okay? The association. Yeah. There you go. Supposedly, demons are malevolent spirits which, with attributes conducive to the deterioration of the people or events that they touch upon. The Greek word demon meant a guardian spirit or source of inspiration, and to be sure, later theologians invented legion upon legion of these harbingers of inspiration, all wicked. An indication of the cowardice of magicians of the right-hand path is the practice of calling upon a particular demon, who would supposedly be a minion of the devil, to do his bidding. The assumption is that the demon, being only a flunky of the devil, is easier to control. Occult lore states that only the most forbiddably protected or insanely foolhardy sorcerers would try to call forth the devil himself. The Satanist does not furtively call upon these lesser devils, but brazenly invokes those who people the infernal army of long-standing outrage, the devils themselves. Theologians have cataloged some of the names of the devils in their list of demons, as might be expected, but the roster which follows contains the names most effectively used in satanic ritual. These are the names and origins of the gods and goddesses called upon, which, excuse me, make up a large part of the occupancy of the royal palace of hell. Oh, that's fire. The royal palace of hell? I fuck with that. The four crown princes of hell: Satan, Hebrew, adversary, opposite, accuser, lord of fire, the inferno, the south. Lucifer. Ooh, now the Popo is coming. We're busting all the names. Yeah, come on, Popo. We're busting off the names. Lucifer, Roman, bringer of light, enlightenment, the air, morning star, the east. Belial, Hebrew, without a master, baseness of the earth, independence, the north. Leviathan, Hebrew, the serpent of the deeps, the sea, the west. And then we got the infernal names. I don't want to spout off any because then I'll forget which ones we were stopped on or started on. But boom. Now I got the feds coming after me right now. Hey, I was just reading a book, Officer Your Honor. I was just reading a book. I'm sorry. Can you imagine the fucking boom, 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 boom? Get this piece of shit. That'd be crazy. But somebody's popping off. Somebody fucked up big time. But hey, it is Friday. Well, looks like the feds are coming to raid the $3.5 million compound. So, looks like I'll end it here. I hope y'all have enjoyed this episode. If you've been watching to this point, comment cherries and berries for the boys in blue out there. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, whatever. And I'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace.